Welcome back to part 4, people, and thank you so much for sticking around with me through all the parts. This is the fourth and the last and the final part. Okay, this was what we had achieved in the third part. But as I said, I needed to bring in the media queries for the smartphone, for the tablet size. Rather, not for the tablet size, for any size which is 480 and lower. How do I actually do that? Also, there's one more rule that I would want to insert out here in the opening and the closing style tags, which goes like this. For the content, width 100%, position absolute, top 60, transition from the top at this rate. Okay, so you see width 100%, self-explanatory, flush the entire width from left to right. At most times, even if you don't write the rule, it's still gonna do that. Position absolute, so not static, which is the default behavior, and from the top 60 px and transition top over 0.3 seconds. So let's see if this makes any difference at all. Reload. Okay, see the content actually dropping from the top over 0.3 seconds. Also notice the horizontal rule actually becomes, this rule, which is a set of 3 colors, becomes transparent completely and renders itself invisible when the menu drops in from the top. Also notice that you have dividers out here. You have the the subtle transition over 0.4 seconds. The color is wheat, the background color is corn silk, which is coming from this rule. Box shadow, X displacement 0, Y displacement 0, a blur value of 15, a spread of 5, color of corn silk, inset means going in, and a color of wheat for the text. Righto. Excuse me. And we have used the transition property out here. The box shadow, I can actually, this should be 0.4, looks even better. Okay, so the box shadow transition over, in fact I can change this to all. I would even want the color and the background color to undergo transition. That looks even cuter. Okay, let's show that to you. Everything is going undergoing transition, the color, the background color, and the and the box shadow, all of them undergoing transition over 0.4 seconds. Right, so as I said, let's bring in the media queries for a size which is 480 and under. So let's just copy paste a little bit of a code, and let's give it the final touch, the finishing touch, the magic, the Midas touch. Okay, there you go. So this is the way you write your media query, people, for screen size, max width of 480 and under. So instead of the LIs having a display property of inline block that renders them adjacent, we are setting it to block, basically top down structure, top down pattern, and not left and right pattern for the LI items. At the same time, giving the same display block property to the anchor tags, which are encapsulated in the LI tags. A border top of a mild gray color, a border left none. So we don't need the border left anymore, because they won't be separated by a divider anymore, because they are gonna have the top down structure, top down pattern. We don't need any padding now that we needed earlier. Okay, since they're gonna have the top bottom pattern and not the left right pattern, so no padding needed here. Okay, for the menu, the height has been set to auto, so automatically adjust the height depending on what structure is gonna get formed. And from the top, the menu this time should not drop in 50, but should drop in should not hide itself by just 50 px, but should hide itself by 300 px, simply because now the menu is a lot taller because the menu items appear top bottom in the pattern. You see, every menu item is 50px, so 6 menu items, 6 fives are 50 into 6 is 300. So I would want it to flush from the roof by these many pixels higher itself, and when the menu toggle is in the checked position, I would want that the content should drop in by as much as 320. Where's the content? There we have the content, people. Should drop in by at least this much. Okay, so let's see this in action. So let's save the document up and let's see the final product. In fact, this time we'll actually observe Firefox. Okay, so this is at a bigger size, the desktop size. Let's crunch it, and once I go below 480, this is the breakpoint, people. This is the breakpoint. Menu items fall under each other this way, they are no longer adjacent. See, the hover effect is so dramatic, so soothing, so nice, really cute. The height is adjusted since it was set to auto, and the content, which starts out here, drops down by 320. So I had done the calculation. Okay, so 320 was the best calculation for it to drop down. Once you click and check the checkbox, so it's coming from here. When the menu toggle is actually checked, the content should be set to absolute, not static, which is the default, and should drop in from the top by these many pixels from these many pixels. So it had gone through the roof, and it had actually hidden itself, and now it's actually flush, it's going in the opposite direction. So instead of going up, it's actually going down. This is where it actually disappeared. This is where it actually appears, right? So people, I know that probably 4 parts, a big tutorial, a lot of properties to handle, but it's just CSS3 and HTML5, and that's it. No jQuery, no JavaScript, and I think most people these days can handle CSS3 very well. They really get stuck up with jQuery and JavaScript, but most people can confidently handle CSS, CSS3, HTML5, right? So people, I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace.